Donald Trump blasting the GOP establishment and Ted Cruz, the Republican frontrunner, penning an op-ed in today's Wall Street Journal titled, "Let me ask America a question. How's the system been working out for you and your family? No wonder voters demand a change." Here's part of how it reads. I, for one, am not interested in defending a system that has for decades served the interests of political parties at the expense of the people. Members of the club, the consultants, the pollsters, the politicians, pundits, and special interest groups grow rich and powerful. The American people grow poorer and more isolated. That's just part of it. Hang on to your hats. Let's bring in Judith Miller, Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter, author, Fox News contributor. And Lynn Sweet joins us, Washington bureau chief for the Chicago Sun-Times. Good to see you both. Lynn, let me start with you. I mean, this is a guy, Trump, who, his entire campaign has been off the cuff, sort of a stream of consciousness or unconsciousness, depending upon your point of view. And, I mean, he has been castigated for never opening a briefing book, not knowing the issues, and now suddenly, is this the new Trump or an aberration?
Well, I think what you're having here is somebody who prides himself on a deal who didn't know to read the small print. The system didn't get created for him. No one is trying to deny, and the politics and the way we elect a president is not direct. This is not new for him. We don't directly elect a president. People know that. We have an electoral college. There are various steps along the way to becoming the nominee. The system itself isn't set up to necessarily yield any particular person, but it's no different than if he wanted to build a building in a big city.
Yeah, read the rules.
Know the zoning.
That's the read the rules.
All right, read the small print.
Yeah,
and
Judith,
to try to renegotiate this as if somebody is trying to stifle the will of the people in a system.
I know. Well, you're not buying it, at least, Lynn.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is the op-ed here, Judith, and it is not a disquisition on specific policies. It's really sort of a rationale for his candidacy, an anti-establishment rant, vote for me because politicians are worth. But he complains very specifically about how the Colorado contest was, rigged against him, and he's being treated unfairly, his favorite word.
Right. Now, this is more than just a complaint about the rules. First, the rules that actually propelled him to front-runner status were, quote, rigged and unfair. Now, in this editorial, which, by the way, may be more free space given to him by the media, they may have paid him a token amount, but he's not going to open a new hotel based on it. But basically, free space to argue that the rules, which he portrayed as unfair, are now being flagrantly abused. Those were his words. Yeah. And he's portraying himself as a man of the people. This is so rich, so to speak. I mean, this is a man who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, who is very much a member of that elite club, especially here in New York, that he complains about. Now, he may know how to talk to New Yorkers and not eat pizza with a fork, but Donald Trump is very much a member of the elite that he claims to protest about in this editorial.
Judy, when's the last time he was on the subway?
I want to contrast styles here, print versus camera, and in fact, Trump does, in his op-ed, a cogent argument. We'll put it up on the screen. Mr. Cruz loudly boasts every time party insiders disenfranchise voters in a congressional district by appointing delegates who will vote the opposite of the expressed will of the people who live in the district. That's because Mr. Cruz has no democratic path to the nomination. He has been mathematically eliminated by the voters. Okay, straightforward, succinct, no rambling. Juxtapose it, however, Lynn, to this. This is classic Trump on the campaign trail.
The system, folks, is rigged. It's a rigged system. Now, you have to understand, I'm not complaining about the states that I won. Those are okay. Of which I won, I think, 22, and Cruz won 10. Did you ever hear him say, I'm the only one? Remember, Lion Ted Cruz, Lion Ted, has the Bible up here. Puts it down. He is a liar.
That's vintage Donald.
Oh, my goodness. Lynn,
That
Take
is
it
the
away.
real
I mean, which is
Donald.
better, the live in front of a camera and audience Donald Trump or the Wall Street Journal op-ed?
Well, you know, cogency is always great, but I think Trump supporters just think for a moment that if you're for him because you like his policies, okay, but this system is designed to be difficult. And the moment to complain about the system is your argument doesn't sound the best when you just realize, oh my gosh, I'm losing.
All right.
And
you know, I'm completely out of time, but I want to be fair here and squeeze one quick question. You've got to make it quick, Judith. If Donald Trump had actually spent some money on his campaign, would he have had it wrapped up by now?
No, if he had concentrated on his ground game and going after delegates, he might have had it wrapped up by now. But he didn't read the rules.
He's only spent $33 million. I mean, Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders both have 4 times that amount. Maybe he doesn't have the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what
Lynn,
you pay for.
Judith.
As we say in New York,
Some people say he doesn't really have the money he claims he has. All right, thanks very much.
Well, he hasn't released his taxes, so we don't know.
Yep, and therein lays the truth.
Let's remember that one. Thank you.
Thank you.